Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we in Harvey with it, y'all. So look, last week we had an accident, y'all. Some people trying to go around the train. You know they have the bars down. Some people tried to go around the gate and got hit by a train, y'all. It was 3 people in the car. They haven't identified them yet. It was 3 of them. Well, they released the name of one person. The other 2, they ain't been identified yet. They probably because they ain't contacted the family yet. That's how they do it when they ain't spoke to them yet. But listen to this.
When they tried to cross the tracks of an oncoming freight train in Harvey, their vehicle was struck and dragged.
WG's Andrea Medina is live in Harvey with details on the fatal collision. Andrea.
Hi, Micah and Ray. Within the last hour, the scene was cleared and the stalled train was able to move again. Investigators spent more than 8 hours here trying to determine what caused the driver to cross the gates while they were down.
143 Park Avenue for a vehicle versus train.
From early afternoon until nightfall, investigators remain at the scene along 152nd Street in Harvey, gathering evidence after 3 people were tragically killed in a vehicle collision with the freight train on Wednesday. Dispatch audio indicated the aftermath of the incident.
Harvey Fire Department, EMS, this is a second call, 151 and Broadway. Person on the tracks hit by the train.
A black vehicle was left mangled and severely damaged on the tracks after the crash unfolded around 12:30 p.m. near 153rd and Park Avenue.
Got the car on the north side of the tracks, probably about 500 feet wide.
According to a City of Harvey spokesperson, the driver attempted to cross the tracks ahead of an approaching CSX train when it was struck and dragged. CSX transportation officials confirmed that the vehicle bypassed the lowered crossing gates and hit the side of the train. 3 people were in the vehicle at the time and all died from their injuries. In a statement, CSX officials say in part, quote, CSX extends its deepest sympathies to everyone impacted by this tragedy, and we will work on scene to support local law enforcement as they continue to investigate. Now, no train crews were hurt in this incident. At this time, the victims' ages and names have not been released. CSX, Illinois State Police, and the Harvey Police Department are all investigating this crash. We're live in Harvey. Andrea Medina, WGN News.
All right, Andrea, thank you.
Yeah, now that happened Wednesday, y'all. One of the names of the people have been released. It was a female, y'all. Her name was Kimberly Hail, 27-year-old. And she was just a passenger in the car. And it was 2 women and 1 guy. Now, it wasn't what you would see a metro train, the silver ones that be speeding. They got hit by a freight train, y'all. This normally be moving pretty slow, but it get to rolling when it's rolling. But it's not one that you would see speeding all the time. But I don't know why he tried, but I do know why, y'all. People be thinking they can make it, and this train was coming. And I don't know if he just thought he could really beat it or whatever, and he didn't make it, y'all. And that's really sad when somebody else caused your death. You know, I mean, listen, I would get kicked out of heaven because I'd be like, oh, Lord, come on, man. Come on. I can't. You go take me out of here and this fool driving. Oh, come on, man. That's sad. People, you got to be careful, man. Stuff like that. But you never know the mind state of people when they driving and doing that. Because I was talking to my Uber driver earlier today, and that happened to me. I have went around a train, but guess what? I looked to the left, I looked to the right, and I whoop whoop, and guess what? The police was behind me, came right behind me, whoop whoop whoop. Did you know that was dangerous what you just did? I said, it wasn't that damn dangerous. You came to give me the ticket. It wasn't that dangerous. You know, he couldn't do nothing but laugh. Guess what? He didn't even give me the ticket because he laughed so hard at that joke. I'm like, hell, you came behind me, so obviously you looked and came and gave me that ticket. And guess what? The driver of my Uber, the lady, she said the same thing happened to her. And guess what? She got a ticket too. But she didn't get the ticket. The driver did the same thing, came behind her, but guess what? The train was coming so close, scared the shit out the police. She said he was an older guy. He was shaking. He like, why would you do that? You don't never do that. He came to give her the speech because, to be honest, that is dangerous, y'all. That's dangerous. And see, these were metro trains that I went around, so you could hear it and would, they blow the horn. Now that other train, they'll blow the horn, but he had to pull right in front of it, and bam. You'd be surprised how sometimes people ain't paying attention. That's why arguing in the car and things like that is not really good. It's not really good. They set up a GoFundMe for the lady, y'all. I got a picture of nice looking young lady. She leave behind a daughter and like 5 siblings, they say. And that's really sad, y'all. That's really sad. And guess what, y'all? I was trying to find a nice story. I had to even Google it. I said, Google, can you find me a good story? They can't hardly find them, y'all. The story they found for me today, say something that's nice. It's a lady in Fort Worth. She's a retired lady. She be delivering for people who don't have rides and stuff. She do this for the homeless and people who can't afford a ride. I guess it's a neighborhood thing out in Fort Worth, and people know her, so it's probably word of mouth. She do this for people that she know. Somebody, a stranger, gave her a brand new car for doing that. I'm like, okay, this the best story they can find, though. That's a good story with a happy ending. And then news, I noticed that, y'all, the news is so depressing. You cannot find a happy story with a happy ending out here. Because it's not news if it ain't tragedy, y'all. It ain't news if it ain't tragedy. Have y'all ever watched The Matrix? And when dude said the first program they put out, they say everything was perfect. No violence, no nothing. He said, but y'all couldn't take the program. He said, y'all world is survived by misery. You like pain, drama. You want to kill each other. And I'm like, damn, that's exactly how it is now, y'all. If ain't nobody dying, don't nobody really want to hear about it. And it ain't no secret, y'all. Well, I guess it kind of is a secret, but it's not an accident. It's by design that they got the music playing that only glorify death. It's the reason they doing that, y'all. They do that because it's like a chant. You keep hearing that, and it's making our kids more and more violent, and they end up in the penitentiary. That's where they go end up, and guess where them white folks putting their money at? In the prison. You ain't never heard nobody getting laid off at the prison. You ain't never heard them closing down no prison or none of that. If it is, it ain't because of the money. It's for some other things, but they don't close prison down. Unless they just decommission it for a reason. It ain't because it was having financial problems, I tell you that. It might get too old and they had to, but they go squeeze every dollar out of it they can. And even when they close it, they go turn it into a museum or something. Look at Alcatraz. Look at Joliet. They turn them into museums, and you can walk through there and see where people were housed at. And you be like, damn, he locked them up in cells like this? Yeah. And now somebody asked me about the county jail and how it worked. Y'all, I'm probably just like, you would think jails get overcrowded, right? If you got only 800 beds, I'm just using this for example, it's more than that. But if you got 800 beds, you would think it get crowded when you got people coming in all the time. They work that out too. Every time somebody come in, they send some people out. Because there's always somebody who's a good candidate to go home. Like they put you on house arrest. They put you on house arrest to make room for the people that are coming in. Once they get you on the case, they don't care. You can go back home then. They really don't care because you in the system then, and they go get you eventually. They don't mind about that. They'll send you home. You can either catch a new case or you can ride it out until you go to trial. Because they get paid money for that, y'all. Every time you go to the penitentiary, they get paid money. When I was running in and out of jail, y'all, they was getting paid $38,000 in the prison to house you. And let's say you go to jail, they let you right out, and you catch a new case and come back in the same year. They get another $38,000 for you, and they'll send you home again. You would think they would get tired of you and time should go up. The reason ain't no crime stopping y'all because crime, when you start getting sentenced, it don't go up. Now in the feds it do, but the state, you would think. Let's put me for example, right? I done been in the joint 4 times, y'all. You would think every time you go, you should get more and more time, but it don't work like that. You know, it's just like they shuffling cattle around. They don't care. My first time I went to the penitentiary, y'all, I got 4 years, right? I had to do 18 whole months. It's basically 24 months, but they give you the 6-month good time. The reason I stayed so long, they didn't know me. You know, so they make a dossier on you. They're going to see what type of inmate you are. If you violent, you know, if you go break the rules or follow the rules. So my first time, I didn't have no problem. So the second time I come, I think I had the same sentence too, y'all. It was 5 years later. I didn't violate no parole or nothing, but I go back on another case. I think it was a aggravated auto theft. You know, we riding them stolos, and they got on me, right? And I was running from them, and I tore up a lot of shit, right? Running from the police. They locked me up. They gave me 4 years again. They called it aggravated auto theft, right? So I end up going back to the joint. I'm there 5 months, y'all. 5 months. They send me home on work release. I do the work release, complete the program, get a job, do that. Didn't have no more problem for a minute. Then I caught a drug case. I caught the first drug case. They broke it down to a simple possession, right? So I got 1 year. At that time, you was doing 61 days off 1 year, right? So I do the 61 days, come home. Then about 4 years later, I catch another case, simple possession. They give me another year. Well, they didn't give me a year, they give me 14 months, which is the same thing, equivalent to a year, right? I go do 45 days off that year. Now explain to me, how could you go to the joint 4 times and every time you get out quicker? And you wonder why shit don't change. You know, have you ever noticed somebody, he might be gone about 6 months? Damn, nigga, where you been? Man, I've been to the joint. Yeah. He said, you only been gone about 6 months, man. Yeah, man, I went did a bid. Did a bid. Yeah, they do, y'all, because they get out like that. You can go to school. I ate up my time. I think the second time is because I went to school, and they give you 90 days for every 45 days you do in school. And if you pass, and your work got to be passing, and they give you that good time. So people who ain't never been to the joint, if they go down there and go to school and get in some of them programs, like you can get in the drug program, even if you don't use drugs, you just in it to get the time cut, right? You can go to the drug program, get out of the drug program, go to the school program, and just stay in programs, and they'll knock your time down so much before you know it. Shit, that nigga be back home. You be like, damn, how this nigga got out so quick? I ain't even get a chance to move and dump this nigga. No, nigga back at home, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. So hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. We on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Help me get there, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. I said I ain't gonna keep saying that in the beginning. I'm almost getting tired of saying it. But it's working. So anyway, we gonna say rest in peace to Kimberly Hall, y'all. Kimberly Hail, y'all. You know, 27. That was, man. Just the thought of that, y'all. You know, but you never could say what the situation was in that car. You don't know if nigga dropped a cigarette or anything. They was smoking, they could have been drinking, you know, could have been running just late. Oh no, we can't wait on this train. No, go around it. Go. Because this was that train out there in Harvey, 153rd. Them trains come, and sometimes they'll stop, and they'll bag up. And you'd be like, oh my God. So imagine if you trying to beat that train. You're like, man, here it is. Man, no, I'm finna go around this one for the slow-ass train. And you thinking it's slow. And it wasn't slow. It was moving. Now, like I say, it wasn't a metro train, y'all. It was one of them. They say it's a CSX, and I'm gonna show y'all a picture of. Now I'm gonna keep a good picture up there. And just imagine the freight train, the ones in the front, not the caboose, but the engine. Just imagine it's one of those. You can see it, and man, the train and the car don't stand a chance, y'all. And these new cars they got, them plastic ass cars, it's a wonder ain't nobody survived. Nobody could survive that, y'all. The train go in every time. And you got to really love your life and just be a cautious person where you like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going around. And I only did it once, and the time I did it, I sure looked. And then I went on, because sometimes they come down a little early. But they just, give me your heads up. Hey, the train coming. Even if it take a few seconds to get there, or a few minutes to get there, it's coming, man. And then when it do come, normally it be blowing. That should deter you enough right there. But like I said, we don't know the mindset of these people. I keep y'all updated with the names of the other two when they come out. If they come out. And like I said, y'all see the thumbnail. She's a beautiful sister, y'all. Beautiful sister. And like I was telling my Uber driver, I had a friend, right? He wasn't my friend. He was my brother's wife family, right? And he had a wife that wasn't, no good or nothing. She used to hang out in the street. I won't say no good. Let's say she hung out in the streets. And he always picked the kids up, right? So this particular day, he like, you go take the kids to school. I just got in. You shouldn't have been out all night. Your ass should have came home, right? So he made her go to pick the kids up for school and drop the kids off. Man, she's speeding and tried to go around one of them train tracks. And man, that train hit her, knocked her ass, and damn near to the next state, boy. It's over with. Her and two kids gone. And he sued the people. And this guy, my sister-in-law, sister married the husband. And that was his wife that passed away. So he was a widow after that. I'm like, damn, I know quite a few people. Another lady had same thing happen to her husband, got hit by one of them trains. When you trying to be in a rush, but sometimes you can win a lawsuit if sometimes the gates don't come down. Most time people get hit by them trains, the gate don't really came down. But in this case, they got cameras and everything. They see them going around it. And just didn't stand a chance, y'all. That's why you got to pay attention whenever you out here moving around. Pay attention to everything. I used to get mad at my wife sometimes. She'd be walking across the street slow and ain't look. I'm like, look, pick your damn head up and walk faster. You ain't looking both ways like people supposed to look out for you. You don't know what they doing. People be running from the police and shit and they'll flatten your ass. They ain't trying to watch out for you. They is not trying to watch out for you, man. You feel me? It's your boy G-Shrimp. Everybody, baby daddy, voice of the street, man. I'm going to punch you and dig you later. I'm out of here.